Canada. The problem with this event in Ottawa this week is the inevitable problem. You're told that there were 3 shooters. There was 1 shooter at the War Memorial, 1 shooter in the Parliament, and 1 shooter at a nearby shopping center. And then this shrinks down to 1 shooter. It happened on the very day that the neocon Prime Minister Harper was attempting to get the surveillance laws passed. Now they will certainly pass. There's no opposition now. There had been weeks of chat room chatter, some of it targeting the U.S. The United States Embassy was already on special lockdown. We know, of course, that the National Security Agency could easily annihilate all of these jihadi websites and all their chat rooms, but they let it go on. And, of course, that same applies to Facebook. We're told that Facebook they censor nudity, but not apparently incitement to mayhem and so forth. So if you want a counter-narrative on ISIS, which the State Department seems to be groping for, why not try the idea that Al-Qaeda is the CIA Arab Legion, created by the CIA and the reactionary monarchs of Saudi Arabia in Afghanistan in the early 1980s with the help of Robert Gates and many others, that these people were then recycled into other tasks, in particular when the propaganda needs of the Bush administration in 2004 became acute. They had not found weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, not even a can of Raid, as Lionel so correctly and wittily puts it. They had to do something. They had to create an Al-Qaeda in Iraq, and at that point, Zarqawi, another psychotic patsy, came forward. So these are psychotic patsies working for the CIA, NATO intelligence, and what have you. And their so-called doctrine, this character Qutb was an operative for the British against Nasser. Isn't that the most obvious thing in the world? The same thing applies to Richard Reed, the shoe bomber, Zacharias Moussawi. Both of them were mentally disturbed, but Qutb, the great enemy of Nasser, was serving the needs of British intelligence. So what we've obviously got is an orchestrated series. We've got the New York City axe attack, this out in Jamaica, Queens. So you get the idea, but we have to maintain a significant skepticism. Finally, I'm sorry I don't have time to go through defeatism, but just go back. There were lots and lots of people in the U.S. who were soft on fascism. The Hearsts, Henry Ford, Alfred P. Sloan, Farish of Standard Oil, Colonel McCormick in the Chicago Tribune. Once Pearl Harbor had happened, they couldn't be they couldn't be pro-fascist in the old way, but they were defeatist in the sense that they sabotaged the war effort with carping criticism, and that's what you're seeing. So we'll be back next week on World Crisis Radio.